Okay, so this is my synthesis project, and we're going to be talking about 5 different things. The first thing we're going to start off with is balanced literacy, and that focuses on the instruction that the teacher gives using mentor text to create proficiency in writing. That has 3 aspects. The first is interactive writing. This is a type of writing that allows both the teacher and the student to interact by sharing a pen. I have seen this with my case study student this semester. I shared the pen with her at the very beginning of the semester, and that really gained trust that we were both writing together, and she got to use my special pens to do that. The next type of writing is shared writing. This is done with usually much younger students who cannot write yet. They can just draw, and the teacher can either write the words or the sentences to make the story. The next is independent writing. This is a specific time given to students to work independently, such as like a quick write after any mentor text or lesson. I have another example of this in my first placement. The teacher gave a history lesson and read a book, and then the teacher gave a prompt, and the students did a quick write about it. The next we have Writer's Workshop. This is an area of the classroom that's specifically designed to help students write better. So there's 3 aspects to this: the mini lesson, the writing time, and the sharing time. The mini lesson includes a mentor text that proceeds to the aspect of writing that is being taught or discussed that day. This is also instruction for the mini lesson and the writing that will happen. It will have a narrow focus to really hone in on what element the mentor text will support for the students to do the writing to make an so this can be like an outline. Then the students will have writing time. This is the time the teacher puts into the day right after the mini lesson. So after the reading of the mentor text and the mini lesson activity, the students will be able to write about a prompt or about the mentor text or about anything the teacher has assigned. The next they have sharing time. That after all of this, the students can then go up to the front of the classroom if they're comfortable with it, have a chair that they can stand on, a hat, or a wand, and they can share their piece of writing to the class. Next, we have the writing process. This is a process that goes specifically through each part of the writing, from making the ideas to publishing it. So first we have rehearsing and pre-writing. This is where the student comes up with the idea. Rehearsing is comes up with the different topics and ideas until they select the perfect one. Pre-writing is the first official stage in the writing process. This is the beginning where they make an outline, storyboard, or even a mind map. And then they have drafting. The drafting process is like a rough draft that they might make mistakes and have multiple issues, but that can be fixed later. It allows the writer to develop thought and potential deeper ideas for the writing. Then we have revising. This is where the writer can go back and look through the writing to fix up anything, be more elaborate, review, and or needs to be better understood. Then we have editing. This is a stage more specific to conventions, focusing on grammar to get out all of the mistakes and errors. This I've seen the 6 traits really be useful with my case study, or the writing process be really helpful to my case study student. She needed help with editing and the conventions of writing. So both the writing process and the 6 traits are essential to work together for the writing process. Then we have sharing, where the students can share with the students about if they're writing, if they're comfortable with it. And then publishing, this is an extra step that is extra special to the students, where they can talk about everything that they've learned, or share their writing with the class and have illustrations and make an actual book. An example of this is something really special to my student and my case study student that I worked with this past semester, telling her that she got to make a book and do the illustrations and come up with all the ideas with something really special for her. Next, we have the 6 traits of writing. This is primarily the traits that can be used to create good writing in students. The first, we have ideas. These are the main topics or the main message of the writing. Then we have organization, that gives structure to the writing. Then we have voice, which allows the writer to get deeper into their voice and tone in writing and the characters. Then word choice helps filter through the dull words and give the students more spicy words to use to make their writing better. Then sentence fluency, to make sure that all the words are used properly in the sentence, and not just not reading fluency, but how it all flows together in the writing. And then conventions works with editing, one of the writing process, to help fix spelling, grammar, and punctuation. How this can be all taught in the classroom. All of these concepts work together in the classroom for students to learn how to communicate properly. For ESL students, they can practice their English and writing skills. And these concepts are very important for students to understand, because they will be writing the rest of their lives. Thank you so much.